Welcome back, everyone. I'm Emily Harris, author of STEAMY historical romances, and I've got a bit of a long-winded update for you today. So grab your coffee or your tea, maybe watch in installments, but I wanted to let you all know, mostly those of you in AuthorTube, where I've been and what the issue is. What is my malfunction, as we always used to say in the army. And I've got to reverse a little bit and go back to November. So this past November, I had a bit of an author existential crisis. And I chatted with my dad. I was home visiting my parents, and I just had this long chat. I would call it more of a monologue than a dialogue with my dad, complaining about, is this really what I want? This author thing, it's not working. It's stressing me out. What do I want? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing in life, right? That was the overall context. And what this had to do with was not really the writing itself. I love writing. I love creating books. I love publishing those books and making them available for other people. It's the marketing. And I realized that, well, the marketing is stressing me. The marketing is making me ill, really. It's depressing me. I'm not getting the hang of it. So I thought, is it really necessary for me to create a business around my writing? And I'm still not sure. It is now February 1st as I'm recording this, and I still don't know, because on the one hand, I want to say no. Just give it up, get completely off of social media, forget about it, don't deal with it, and just write. Write, I can still upload whatever I want on Amazon, make it available, and I don't have to stress. And am I in that way accomplishing my goals as an author? Sort of. Because if my goal is to be a published author, there you go, I'm published, I'm already published. So I'm fine on that front. The problem is when I think about what do I want to do with my life, like as a career, as a vocation, as a whatever you want to call it, I can't really think of anything other than writing. Writing is the one thing that was always mine. I've been doing it since I was a kid. I cannot remember a time in life when I couldn't write, and I can't remember a time when I wasn't making up stories. Either writing them out or just making them up in my head, it is my thing. So if I have to choose something to sustain me in life, to pay for my life, I would like it to be books. Because I have had several other jobs, a couple of careers. I was a nurse, I am a teacher. I got my real estate license at one point. I've attempted several different business ideas. None of it ever gelled. I think a lot of it for the same reason of marketing and advertising. That seems to be my hang-up in all things. But the other thing is, none of those things ever interested me in the same way that writing does. I might be interested for a while, I might be excited about it for a while, but it always fizzles out. Writing has never done that to me. So this is where I'm at. This is the question. So where am I at right now in my author career? I can say I do want to keep writing, I do want to keep publishing, and I do want to improve the sales of my books. I think I am not going to give up just yet on being a profitable author. I can say I am a successful author. I think I can realistically say that. I have published multiple books. I'm happy with my books. I have, for me, I think a lot of readers. I have people who have told me they enjoy my books. So that can very much be the successful author part for me. Now, profitable author is apparently a whole different story. And the reason I bring this up is because I've just finally revamped what I want to do, at least for this year, what I want to try. And it means you're probably not going to see a whole lot of me coming up. We shall see. Because I enjoy YouTube, I enjoy social media. The fact of the matter is, however, that when I think about doing it consistently and doing it with the purpose of growth, it stresses me the heck out. It becomes no longer enjoyable. And again, it is not my strong skill. Last month, January, I had all of my videos planned out. I was going to create a set of videos, and what I was doing, what I have been doing and enjoy is whatever book I'm promoting that month, that is the book that I focus on for the additional videos. I had it all planned out, and I could not get myself to film anything. I had the scripts, I had the plan, I couldn't do it. Every time I thought about it, it just practically made me ill. Same thing with Instagram. I had been having fun with that during my travels because it was a little bit more informal and I could add in a little bit of what I was seeing. But again, the minute I sat down to plan out, okay, what am I going to do to connect this to what I'm promoting this month, it all fell flat. It all went away. So I've created some new goals for this year. I still want to create those other videos. I did promise you my travel stories, the main one, which is also done. And I did create travel compilations with music that are done. I just have to upload them. They've been done. So I have things that I want to share, but I think it would be smarter for me to do it in as much of an informal way as possible. Better for me and my mental health. So let me tell you now about my actual goals for this year. I've been looking over my earnings report, not profit, earnings report for 2021. I'm going to have to do a lot more with this for taxes, so I thought I'd get started. Now again, here's a little bit of a background story. I published my first book in 2017. It was not fiction, it was a different genre. I experimented with a few different things. 2017 is when I decided to really give writing a shot. That year I also sold my home. And basically, I had been misled by certain YouTube gurus that becoming an author was easy and great, and within 6 months I could be earning a steady income. Right. So I basically spent my first year or so, year and a half actually, living off of the profits I earned from my house, trying my darndest to make a profit, to really succeed as an author, which at the time I linked to earning a living. Where did that get me? basically by the end of 2018, I was in the poorhouse. I had gone through all of it, and I spent a lot on courses, on learning. I spent a lot on different memberships I was trying out, which I have since weeded out for marketing. Marketing, I spent a lot on marketing. And I did publish quite a few books, but it did not get me to the point that I thought it would. And since then, I've been struggling with it. So here's a little bit of a breakdown of my earnings. 2017, I earned $27 from that one book. I didn't know anything about newsletters, advertising, nothing. I did nothing with it. 2018, I went all out. I published multiple books, my own books, and I also got ghostwritten manuscripts for a secondary pen name, and I did all of the promotions and everything I could think of. I earned $2,664. Not terrible, right? For a newbie. 2019, things are getting a little rough. I don't really have a budget for anything anymore, and I still have to earn a living to pay for all of this. None of this was a separate business anymore. It was all coming out of my pocket and under my name for taxes. 2019, $1,646. So I basically decreased by half. I just didn't have the budget to try anything anymore. 2020, this is the year that I actually formed a business and put everything away from my name and tried to have it self-sustaining. I spent most of the year paying off my debts incurred from previous marketing attempts and previous business startup stuff. I totally gave up on trying to promote my books. I did pretty much nothing for them outside of a few free options like group promos and newsletter swaps. And mind you, I say free with the bunny ears because I do use BookFunnel for that, so it's not actually free. It's very low cost compared to other promotional options, but I do still have to pay yearly for my BookFunnel account. So 2020, I earned $799. That was the total. 2021. 2021 was the year I said, you know what, I need to figure out a better option. The paid promos are great for launches, but I didn't have anything new to launch basically all of 2021. I was just my goal was to learn marketing. I have to figure out marketing. I basically didn't put out anything new. I think I had one book out last year and maybe a subscriber bonus. I can't remember when I put that last one out, but I didn't publish anything basically last year. The only thing I did was start to experiment with Facebook ads, like really experiment, give it the smallest budget I could and just play around with it. My earnings for 2021, $3,559. So it was my best year, and I didn't put anything out. I didn't really function on social media. I didn't do paid promos. I did do the group promos and a few newsletter swaps, but those were not consistent. So what did I learn from this? The harsh truth for me is that social media is not or should not be my focus. I do believe it's important to have. That is the direction that the world is going into. It's going toward social media and all things virtual, online. But there are a couple of problems that I have. First, again, social media is not something I personally use. I have zero personal accounts. That's a lie. I have one. I have an old Facebook account from way back in my college years. I have not looked at it, posted on it, done anything with it in years. So I have no personal social media. The only accounts that I have are for my author business, the 2 pen names, and I have one other one for another side thing that I do. And that's it. As far as the author side of things go, I am not in the genre that social media is effective for. What do I mean by that? I mean, I write historical romance, and while yes, there are younger people, meaning socially technology savvy people who do read historical romance, of course, that's true. One thing I have noticed from my marketing efforts is I got a much better idea of who my readers are. My readers are me. Now, I'm not all that old yet, going to be 40 this year, but I have always been on the young side of the people that I interact with, of the people who read the same things I do. I am not typical for my reader base. My readers, the vast majority, over 50% of my readers are 65 plus. Are they on Instagram? No. Are they on TikTok? TikTok, see? You see how old I am? TikTok? No, they are not. My readers are not on social media for the most part, and definitely not for interacting with authors. We come from the age of you buy a book and you read it, you buy another one because you like it. You do not go and look for the author's website. Why? So, my readers, if I am going to find them on social media, they're going to be either on Facebook, which again I haven't interacted with in years, so I need to learn how to use that, and possibly YouTube. Those are the 2 options that I have. So I think it is a good idea for me to slowly start to get better acquainted with those things and try to build more interaction there. However, do I think it's vital to my book sales? No, I don't. I really do not think. So far, all of my social media efforts, bad as they have been absolutely not profitable at all. 0. I don't gain subscribers through these social platforms. I don't gain sales that I know of through these platforms. It just doesn't happen for me. So, and yes, I admit a lot of that has to do with me just not knowing what I'm doing, but I do firmly believe that even if I did even if I did know what I was doing, it wouldn't make that big of a difference because my readers just are not there. So I need to focus on what will make a difference for me. Figuring out how to run effective ads. My ads right now are doing okay, but they can be better. I can make them more profitable, I'm sure. And increasing my subscriber list. This one is a little bit of an irritation to me because I know that the vast majority of my subscribers subscribe for the freebie. They subscribe for the free deal and they don't interact after that. So because of that, I know that in order for my list to be more effective, it needs to grow a lot. My list right now is not terrible. I have about 2,000 subscribers on one list, and then the other pen name has about 3,000. So, but I could be doing more to increase those subscribers. So All right, this video is already long. I'm going to try and just give you the highlights for my goals. What are my goals then for this year? I'm still working on marketing, but I think I need to stop attempting social media unless I can do it in an informal way. Just if I have something I can quickly post on Instagram, or if I get a bee in my bonnet about posting a video, great, do that, perfect. But I am not going to put massive effort into trying to be consistent, because that just creates more problems for me, and it is not bringing me back the return that I would like, because my focus is book sales, because I would like my books to sustain me so I can focus more on writing instead of my paid work hours. So what I'm going to do for this year is get some manuscripts up and running. I have that 4-book series. I'm finally almost done with the initial draft of one of the books, and I can move on to the others. Continue to improve my ads. I'm going to do that through figuring out effective use of Facebook pixels. That does not sound fun to me. I'm already having issues with it, but I do believe it's important in order to make what I have more effective. Use the pixels. And up my subscriber count. I can do that 2 ways. One, through creating ads focused on getting subscribers, and another is through newsletter promos. As far as the promos go, I am trying to also focus more on the historical options. I have been doing promos in basically anything that will accept my genre. On one of the lists, I think that works fine. On my personal list, for my books, I don't think it works that well. I think my readers are much more picky. They are less likely to participate in the general promos. It's a little bit of a thing. My personal list has been growing much slower than the other list. And then I thought about, okay, I have my big dream financial goals for my books, right? But really, seriously, what is a good goal that I think is achievable? Given that I very easily decreased my earnings by half each year, I decided, you know what, I'm going to see if I can double my earnings this coming year. So that puts me at roughly $7,000. If I earn $7,000 through my books in this year, I will be happy. I will be pleased as punch. So that is the big number goal. And then as for the subscribers, I decided that I'm going to aim for increasing each list by about 200 subscribers per month. I came to that number through previous charts. I use MailerLite for my, it doesn't have the chart on here. I use MailerLite for my newsletters, and it does give me an average subscribe rate that I can look at month over month. And previously I was close to 200 subscribers per month. That number has gone down, and I'm not sure why. I don't know if I've just participated in fewer newsletter swaps or if they're just not as popular anymore. But based off of old information, I decided, okay, I will aim for 200 a month and see how it goes. Now, not all 200 of these will stick, because I do go through every month and scrub out all of the inactive subs. So my list grows very slowly. But if all goes well, then I will increase one of my lists from roughly 3,000 to 5,551, and my list from about 2,000 to 4,704. Those are the numbers. So those are my goals. And that is the story of why I haven't been around and why you're probably not going to see me around for a little bit. I do appreciate everyone who has been watching my videos, and I would hope that when they randomly come up, you will find them and still watch them. I am not going to leave the AuthorTube community in general. I still plan on watching all of your videos. I love to see your progress. I love to hear what you have to say. I just don't think I can create videos quite as much. Although now that I've said that, who knows, maybe we surprise, or I surprise us, you know, and can still continue with something. But I am not going to try for consistency. That just causes me too much stress. All right, we have a very long video now. Hopefully I can edit just maybe a few minutes out somewhere. But thank you so much for sticking with me until the end of this rant. And if you have any similar stresses, please let me know. Until the next time, everyone, thank you and happy reading.